So yeah, just had my race. Today's Tuesday. Had my race Saturday. Um,
Big race guy.
so I'll kind of walk you through the leading into the race.
Okay.
Um, went light on the running because like I had a big race coming up.
Yeah.
So like nothing crazy. Then Friday night we had a formal,
Mm-hmm.
and the race was Saturday, an hour away. Starts at 9. So like I had to wake up at like 6:30.
Yeah.
But at the formal, I was getting hype. My only dance move is max vertical jump. Just spamming max vertical jump. So I woke up and my calves were so sore.
Oh no. How you
And
jump so much dancing that your calves are sore, bro? That's not even dancing.
yeah, that's when you know you got no moves.
You got to add the Dougie or something.
Yeah, so we we got there at 8:45. Race starts at 9. We had to get my packet and
Mm-hmm.
like just everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were like barely on the line, ready to go, and I was in the. You were supposed to like line up because there's a 10K, 5K,
Mm-hmm.
and a 5K walking version.
Yeah.
But we were just in the back, and I had to weave. I was weaving at the beginning, like about running over people who were just walking, and it was very flat. But I'm gonna send you, like it was going great. I'll send you a. I'll send you the time.
Okay. So, you you started I mean, you obviously counted your pace. I mean,
Yeah, I had it like every 3 minutes.
oh my gosh.
So goal was 8 minute pace.
Oh my
I ran
god.
7:46 pace. But there's more to the story here.
Okay.
So I was like a good bit in, and then I was like kind of sussed out. Wait, it's echoing. So yeah, wait, your thing's echoing. Turn the volume down.
Okay.
Um, I still hear it.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear it,
Okay.
but
But um, there's like signs up,
mm-hmm.
and I stopped seeing the 5K signs. So like this wasn't at the finish line. This was at the 10K U-turn sign.
So what does that mean?
So that means I ran a 10K. And I'm gonna send you the pace.
Wait, so you ran instead of a 5K, you ran a
So
10K?
I finished the 5K, and then I like ended it because I wanted to like get my time and stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was like working for. And then this is the rest, like the second part on the way back. What I did.
What?
So
Tell the audience. I mean, what's going on here?
I ended up running a 10K, and the rest of the 10K. I low key did pause for like 15, 20 seconds so I talked to the dude who was at the 10K U turn sign.
Yeah.
Like I kind of recovered a little, but I ran 8:04 pace for the rest of the another 5K. So in 25 minutes. So I was like
That's insane.
going crazy. I was like really you can just like do so much more than you think.
Yeah.
Like especially with long distance, like at the second mile it was hard. At the fourth mile it was hard, but like I could still do it.
Yeah.
I think that was just crazy to see. But it was also because it was a longer race. I saw this dude. I was with this dude who was going like 8 minute pace. And I was like, I'm staying with this dude the whole time. He's keeping me locked in.
Yeah.
And then I realized we were on the 10K, and I was like, he got ahead of me because I paused for like 20 seconds because I was like upset at myself. And I was like, this dude was like, yeah, you got it, just run the 10K. So I was like, all right.
way.
So I like caught up to that dude again, and I stayed with him till like a mile left, and then I gassed him. I turned up on the last mile. Wait, I don't know if I can like see the last split.
Wait, so there wasn't like the 5K was finished and it was just like there wasn't like a formal finish. It was just like, okay, you're done kind of thing.
No, it was like there was a 5K U-turn sign. You were supposed to turn around and go back, and
Oh.
I just went straight past that because I was not there for the instructions or nothing.
Yeah.
So I went all the way to the 10K. But like, so my calves and my Achilles are still like cooked.
Yeah.
Like I'm still sore from the race. But like,
Did you prep it all, like carb up the night before, or what? I mean,
oh yeah, I had some food the night before. Had an egg white grill from Chick-fil-A for breakfast in
those
like
are so good.
liquid IV.
Yeah.
I think the liquid
Those are
IV
so
helped
good.
out. We do need an electrolyte sponsor though. Like if anybody wants to send us some.
So you just like, that's so. I mean,
I'm glad.
That's
Like I'm
sucks.
glad it happened because
no, that's sick. So what the people in your group say?
they're like, that's great. But like I don't know. There's like two girls who, I think they did like 40-minute 5K. So I about like
Gosh.
they were like walk running, and they said like next time they'll go a lot harder because they weren't tired at all. Like they didn't like try. But it was good. Like I felt great after that. And
Yeah.
like even with my 5K time, like my first part, if like I knew the finish line was a mile away, I could have picked it up. Like I
Yeah.
kind of knew like there's not a finish line coming. Like I know I'm kind of gonna have to keep going.
No.
That
No, that's.
that makes me excited for like my next one because like that's just kind of the see where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like that's a 24:17. That's a pretty good time for first one. Like that makes me think like sub 20 in like a couple years is in my future. Like that'd be fun.
I mean, 7:46 minute per mile pace. That's fast.
I feel like it's
That's
not
definitely-
it's not that crazy.
It's fast for what we're at right now.
Yeah.
And maybe, okay, I just got to go on a side tangent, but there's this guy that I know. He kind of just started running.
Mhm.
He said his first run was 8 miles.
What?
He just got out and ran 8 miles just out of nowhere. He just ran to this ice cream joint.
How'd you feel about that?
I was like, I don't know if I'm underestimating myself completely or like I'm either being too smart about this or I don't know. But I was like, I don't know. I feel like we're doing fine.
No, I think we're doing good.
Yeah, I think we're doing good, but I was just like, how the heck, like, are you crazy? Like, first run, just 8 miles out of nowhere?
Like
Just
I'm cooked. I think I'm cooked this whole week from that 6 mile run. And like I ran 4 miles a week or two before.
Mm-hmm.
Like you definitely have to like work up to it. 8 miles first run. How's he feeling after that? What did he say? Like was he hurting?
He ran like 8 miles and 10 miles and then was out for a week and then ran 12 miles. And then it was like, I've never even seen
Running
it.
half marathons. Like That's
You
what
just-
that is.
I don't even know. But no, that's great. Do you think this definitely exceeded your expectations?
Yes, like I was hyped.
You're like giddy. You're like, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I was feeling good.
how'd the shoes feel?
It felt great. I felt good after. I'm I'm so sore though.
No.
I'm probably gonna rest this week. We'll see. Maybe a run or two at the end.
Did you record? Do you have the game day?
I had a couple. Yeah. You'll see in the video.
Okay.
There's nothing. I didn't take any like on the mid run footage, but I should have.
Yeah.
I had. They recorded my finish though. Me like
really?
sprinting at the end.
Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. I'll have to see that. Well, cool. Well, this is definitely. I don't. I'll say I'll say surprising. Like, I mean, first of all, going to 10K, that's. I mean, that's legit. I mean, and that you kept your pace too, or you
Yeah.
and you felt good. Like,
It was definitely harder at the end though. Like I was just
was the adrenaline kicking in, or I feel like there had to be some.
like I wasn't like nervous because like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think having a finish line and like
Yeah.
knowing like this is my race, I'm not gonna quit. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna like slow down unless my body like actually
Yeah.
needs it. And having the dude in front of me like, because I knew
Listen.
he was going that pace, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember he looked back at me one time and he like he gave me a thumbs up and like asked if I was good. I was like, because I was definitely struggling like, harder than he was, but like
Did
I asked
you
him.
talk to him afterward or no?
No, because I was going to, but then I didn't even.
You dusted him
I
and
dusted
didn't
him.
talk to him?
I dusted him at the end. Like I just like passed him and just didn't look back.
Was there like people? How many people were in front of you?
I don't even know. But like when I looked at the leaderboards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, cause I like paused. Yeah, I added like 20 seconds compared to like the time I had on there.
Mm.
And so I was like 50 minutes 1 second. 10K. So, like
50 minutes one.
mm,
50.1. 50 minutes and 1 second. 10K.
which I feel like is pretty
That's
good.
no, that's. I haven't ran a 10K. Let me tell you that. Not straight.
But basically, I think I came like when I compared my 5K time to other people's, I was like 14th place,
Mm-hmm.
and like in the 10K, I think I was like 18th in the 5K, and the 10K when I looked at my time, I was like 14th,
Really?
which was
You got better in the 10K?
well, yeah, because I like
Guess-
held the pace the whole time.
I guess there was less people in the 10K.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I would say it was a successful race.
Successful race. Well, we'll have to go over my race this
Yep.
weekend.
So I say that ends the video. Thank y'all for the support.
Yeah, y'all pushing us through, keeping us on keeping us on our toes. I'm happy to watch this back. I'm ready for the video to be uploaded myself. Hope y'all are too. Anyway, we're about to record a podcast after this.
Yep.
So, yeah, see y'all then.
Stay steady.
Run fast, lift heavy. So, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
We just finished talking about Noah's race. So this was race weekend, number 1.
Yep.
My race is this next weekend. But no, you want to give the people on the pod a little just kind of.
Yeah, we'll run down. Goal was 8 minutes coming in for a 5K, like pace per mile. Ran 7:46 pace for the first 5K. I actually missed a U-turn, ran a 10K but I held out the pace. Final time was 50 minutes 1 second for a 10K. Exceeded expectations, so we're happy about that.
Yeah, that's high level overview, but that's listen. Start at 52 steady. I don't think any
Nobody
of us
would
would have
predict
thought.
this. Nobody.
No, nobody would predicted that, and that's just something that to kind of look at. But anyway, I don't know what week we're on right now, but we're trying to knock out this podcast. So right now it is Tuesday, April 15th. So we're little ways into the next week, but we're talking about this past week. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So this is gonna be the week leading up to Noah's race, but with everything else included.
Mm-hmm.
So Noah, leading up to the race, like how was the running? How'd you treat the running?
So I ran one time on Thursday before the race because my knees. I think I might have mentioned my knees were bugging me, and like I was letting them recover. But I ran. I low-key went crazy, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm about to crush this." So I did 2.74 miles, so almost a 5K at 7:43 pace. I went to this new trail. These people put me on this like super flat like trail, and it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the only run.
I mean, that's a pretty fast one run. I mean,
I was feeling good for the 5K / 10K.
no. So speaking of 5Ks, I ran a 5K. I ran one time this past week, but I was like, I got out there and I was like, I'm gonna run a 5. I just started running. I pulled up the guided run. I was like, I'm gonna run a 5. So these past couple weeks, I've been running like maybe once, if even.
Yeah.
So I was like, pulled out the 5K, 3.1, ran at 8:40. I mean, wasn't. I feel like I wasn't trying to book it. I was just kind of getting out there and feeling it. It was almost like it was weird. It was like at first I was like, I'm just gonna go out here and just run. I'm just gonna run 3 miles. I'm like 3 miles is not that far. Like, so I started running, and I was treating it kind of like a recovery run at first. And then I just got into the feel of it and just kept on running, and I was like in the zone until I got to the very end, where I ran like all the way around campus. Went back to my house, but I got back to my house, I was thinking like, oh, this is going to be perfect. It's going to be exactly 3.1 miles the second I hit my house, and it was like not. So I had to run up and down the street like a couple times. But so that kind of like killed the pace. But
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I was sore. I was sore after that, and that was 5 days ago. So I was sore after that for like the first 2 days, but it felt that's the longest I've ever ran consecutively. But I didn't feel like I ran in a sweatshirt, and it was kind of hot, and it was just not the move. It was like I was running and I stopped, and it was like I could feel the heat in my body just trying to get out.
Yeah.
So I instantly just like took my sweatshirt off. I was just like had my shirt off. It was like late at night too. Let me see if it shows what it was. 10:36 p.m.
Golly.
It was like random 3 miler. But anyway, that was the only time I ran. So, again, so I got a race this weekend.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. I think I know the trail very well, just because it's kind of.
Wait, you've ran the trail?
I haven't ran the trail, but like I know what it is. Because like I mean,
Is it
I've
flat?
ran around the block. Not really.
Okay.
So, it's not really flat, but I would say it's mostly flat. But I feel like I'm not worried about it. So, we just talked about the race. In the race, I was just talking about a guy who, he's probably ran in the past, but he was like hadn't probably ran in a while, and his first run. So he started running, and his first run on Strava was an 8 miler, and I was like,
What was
"Are
his
you
pace? Did
crazy?"
he say?
It wasn't bad at all. It was like I don't remember what it was, but I don't care what it is. If you're first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, um. So I've been thinking in my head, I'm like, this stuff isn't really that far. Like to the naked eye, it's like, oh, 3 miles is like, oh, that's like a long time, but like it's really that's
Yeah,
like
like,
20 some odd minutes of running.
cause like I'll tell people like, yeah, I ran 3 miles today, and they'll like glaze me. I'm like, it's really not that crazy. Like it isn't. It's not that cool.
It isn't, but it is. Like it definitely takes like some effort to get out there and do that. So, because that's what I was most like. I was like, how do you just get the motivation to just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna run for 8 miles just randomly one day?
Yeah.
Because it's not about like the distance. It's just about like you can get out there and run, but it's about getting out there and running and getting out there and taking out the time to be like, yo, I'm gonna run 8 miles. Like that's like an hour
Mm-hmm.
in some odd of like running. So anyway, so kind of sneak peek into this. I haven't ran this week. It's Tuesday. I'm still debating on how I'm gonna treat this.
Mm-hmm. I would
Haven't
just do
put-
like, if you're gonna run, like, just do like 2 miles, like, kind of like slow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Like, also, I feel like you should have, since you're running a 4 miler, you probably should have ran 4 miles before. I know
Mhm.
you'll be fine, but like, maybe like just to see how it felt.
so what I'm thinking, I might run 4 miles tomorrow.
Yeah, like,
Try to run the track or the route, and then
like just slow.
I don't know, and
Or
then
like,
and then run it, and then maybe close like do a recovery run like on Friday or something. Get the legs loose, and then Saturday get out there and just friggin' book it. But anyway, that's
because I feel like you just gotta go up in mileage so slow, or you're like, I think I went maybe 2 weeks ago. I ran 13 miles, and like I could just tell like already my knees were a little
Mhm.
bit like you could tell I ran a lot more miles than I ever have. So you
Yeah.
gotta take it slow.
Yeah. So, and that's pretty much all it was last week. Just the it's okay 5K. So
I like that.
yeah. So lifting, how'd you treat lifting the same or what?
Yeah, I did this. Well, I like my shoulders cooked. I
Yeah.
was like I could tell it was going downhill, and then I think I was benching. I was coming off a 135 for 14 close grip bench, and I was like, all right, I'm about to get 155 for 10. And I think I did 155 for 8, but like I was just like, it hurt my shoulder, my left shoulder. I also think my left shoulder sits lower. It's like, I don't even know. There's like something weird up with it. So I was like, I'm just not gonna do like chest or shoulders or like overhead tricep extensions because it was hurting there too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hurting my shoulder. But then I was just like, I would like curl. I would do incline dumbbell curl, and it was still hurting. So I'm taking this week off. If I'm being honest, I'm taking the I lifted Friday, but golly, yeah, I'm taking this week off. Probably won't lift till like next Monday. That's if I'm feeling better.
Yeah, but I mean, did you lift this past week? Like,
Yeah,
how many times did?
I think I was like four times.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I went to the gym. I came back and I just did a. I worked out once last week. I did a pull day.
Okay.
Reasoning. I think I don't even know. I think just schedule wise and like kind of what everything's been looking like.
Mm-hmm.
Just had like a lot of stuff that I need to be doing, and like kind of getting closer to summer. I'm like trying to figure out what I need to do this summer as well. And I've been like, you know what, like I gotta skip so and so. So, but I did go. So one day I was at the gym. I was about to do so I did pull, and then I was about to do my push day.
Like back to.
And I was like,
back to back.
no, like or back to back, or like one day after.
Okay.
And I was with Andrew, or no, Andrew and I we just been talking a lot about golf. And I was at the gym, but I was like, so we were supposed to play golf that day, but I think I told you about that. But they were closed because they were having a par 3 tournament shotgun, and it was going to be all the carts were being used. So I was like butthurt. I'm like, man, like I just want to play so bad, and I'm like, I got to go to the range or something. Like, I got to do something. So I was at the gym and I called Andrew. I was like, yo, like, do you want to go to the gym? I mean, go to the range. He was like, yeah. I was like, we better make this worth it because I'm skipping the gym for this. But anyway, headed to the range, skipped the gym for the range. I won't comment much on that. I mean,
How'd the
it's
range
fun.
go?
Range was feeling good. I need to go again. I figured out this. I mean, this is a separate podcast, but might as well get into. So like, I've had a lot of shaft lean. Like my shaft lean has been crazy. Like,
Is that good or bad for you?
like,
Too much?
well, I don't think it's too much. Like, I'm hitting the ball straight, but I was just like, so I was wondering why my balls were not going high. But I'm like, I'm turning like even like a 56 into like a 9 iron.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because of the shaft lean. So I was like, and because every time I chip too, I'm shaft leaning. So all my chips are little like compression kind of
Bullish.
yeah, like bullets. So I need to go back and kind of dial in the regular kind of lock. But yeah, that's a separate venture.
That
But
might be a challenge over the summer. Driving range 5 times.
I would love that. I'd be there 6. I'd be there 6. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of how that was. But I think in terms of prioritizing the gym, it hasn't been prioritized. But I only got one this week. Yeah. So reading.
Yeah, reading's been rough lately.
Yeah.
Reading's been rough. I think I read Monday, Tuesday, and that was it.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. I think I'm about done with the book, but I don't even know. I think I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna wait till the summer to pick that back up. It needs to happen. But like in the summer, I feel like I'll definitely be more locked in with that.
What's been happening, you think?
So like I feel like there was a week where I like didn't go to the library much, and like then as I'm like back in the library, like I just thought the habit's gone.
Yeah.
So get that back up, hopefully.
Yeah. Honestly, for reading, I don't even remember I don't even know if I read last week. Reading's been hard. Yeah, reading's just been there's just been zero habits set in stone since day one, and if it's at the end of the day and I still haven't done my quiet time, I'm doing my quiet time and then I'm going to bed. So I've been looking at the book. Like, I've literally been looking at it. I'm like, I'll put it in my bag because I'm like, yeah, after class today I'm going to read. Never. It doesn't happen. But it's like the same thing. Again, like the book is good, but it's like, the thing is, I'm like, man, I want to read, but I'm like, I don't want to read that much to like really dial it. Like, dial it in the schedule.
Yeah,
So
feel that.
that's kind of real on that. So the real question is, have you been in the Word?
I have. I think again there was a couple times this week where I didn't, but
Mm-hmm.
like over the weekend, like going back to church, it always like reboots me. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like got this new app. Everyone's been on it. It's Versify. Have you heard of it?
Versify. Yeah.
So I've been trying to lock in on that. So I don't have it memorized.
What is Versify to the people of the crowd?
Versify is just like helps you memorize scripture. Kind of has like your memory list right now. Like I haven't like got anything because I just got the app. Trying to memorize this. I'll just read it though. What it kind of means to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Psalm 17, verses 1 through 5. A prayer of David. Hear a just cause, O Lord. Attend to my cry. Give ear to my prayer from lips free of deceit. From your presence let my vindication come. Let your eyes behold the right. You have tried my heart. You have visited me by night. You have tested me, and you will find nothing. I have proposed that my mouth will not transgress with regard to works of man, but by the word of your lips I have avoided the ways of the violent. My steps have held fast to your paths. My feet have not slipped. So like what I kind of am getting out of this right now is like David's like crying out to God saying there's like not a sin in him. He's not saying like there's not a single sin in him, but like
Yeah.
he's free of deceit. And I just feel like I've not been living that way. Like I can't, like I don't see, I don't think like I'm aligning with what David's saying right now. Like I'm not free of deceit. My mouth is saying things I shouldn't sometimes. So like trying to not work towards, but like align my actions more to like how David's acting in this, I would say.
Yeah. Why do you think it's important to memorize scripture?
I just feel like you keep it on your mind more often when you're memorizing it. And it's like,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of work
Mm-hmm.
to like actually memorize scripture and like keep it in your thoughts. And that's just more time I feel like you're giving to God.
Yeah. No, that's good. This is a Malachi quote, but he's like he's got to have that like armor on him, like I forget where it is, but like where it talks about like the armor of God, but like got to have that sword on you, like
I think it's Ephesians 4 or 5 or
yeah.
something.
Like, gotta have that sword on you at all times, and like that's the first thing to like be on your mind is scripture. So we talked about this a while back, but it's again like what's on your mind, what's in your soul, what's in your body, what you're filling yourself up with is what you're gonna be kind of giving out. So if it's scripture, like you're gonna be speaking prophetically.
Mm-hmm. And like, one girl was like, I swear she just got it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already like, she had like 20 verses, and then she had like Romans 6, 1 through 12, after like 2 weeks. And I was like, man, I feel like ashamed right now. Like, like I could be putting in work right now, and I'm just not. So that kind of motivated me too.
Yeah. There's people who would be knowing scripture and like you don't even know. Like people just have like that sword on them and they're like, oh yeah, but when in Matthew 6 verses 1 through 25,
Yeah.
God says that, like I'm like, what are you talking about? But anyway, no. For me, the word last week. So I finished Job.
Finish Job.
Finally. Book review. No, I'm just kidding. uh, I don't have much to say on Job, but I mean, Job is like a really. It's like confusing at times, but at the end of it, just seeing how God's like, basically like, you might be right in a sense, but at the end of the day, like, you better watch your mouth, son. Like, watch who you're talking to, like, kind of just stuff like that. So, just seeing like just being in awe of God, but like also like, you can be in awe of God, but also question Him, and that's okay. But like, you question in like being careful, like being like, basically like your words, like it's not like we're just speaking right now. It's like this is like God, like and even though like I think I can be real with God, but like I'm gonna talk differently if I'm speaking to the president. In the same way that like I'm gonna speak different, I better be speaking differently if it's like the Creator of man, even like in my question. So kind of that, and then I started Ezekiel.
Really? Ezekiel?
Yeah. Yeah, this is speaking of prophets. Yeah, I'm like just kind of started it, so nothing really crazy. He just got that call in, so.
I don't think I've read Ezekiel.
I don't even know where I got. I think I was gonna read like Romans, but I was like, and Ezekiel just came around. So, but no, the word's been good. I've definitely missed a couple of days, just again like lack of prioritization and like even like sleeping schedule's been off, overslept church, just kind of like just rookie numbers left and right. But we did do this cool thing. It's called Secret Church. Where you kind of, yeah, it kind of sounds weird, but the idea of it is you go through a whole book of the Bible in like one time, like one sit down period. So we went through Matthew, like the entire book of Matthew. It was like 6 hours long, but went until like 1:30 in the morning on a Friday night. But it was really good, and like something about going through books with background knowledge that like of, I don't know, historical things or whatever. It just can make the story just seem so much different than how like you might read it initially. Or like one thing that just kind of like stood out to me was like Jesus fed the like 5,000 or whatever. And it was like the disciples, because they were in Jewish territory, the disciples were like, they came to Jesus first and like, oh, like, Jesus, how are we going to feed these people? Because they were with like Jewish people. But then like the second time when they left Jewish like area and went into like the friggin' who is it? Like the
Samaritans.
I forget. Anyway, the point is like they went into this like other territory of people who weren't Jewish, and they were like basically enemies of the Jews, and like Jesus is with the disciples, but the same kind of thing happens. Like Jesus feeds like the 3,000, but it wasn't the disciples coming to Jesus like, yo, like how are we gonna feed these people? They were like, I don't really know exactly how they were, but I just picture them being like, I don't know what we should do. And Jesus is like, all right, like let me feed these people as well. And that was like the turning point of like, this isn't for just like Jews entering the kingdom of heaven. It's like all people, like all nations, all tongues. And it was like, whoa. So, and like I'm not saying I wasn't reading when I was reading Matthew, but like I wasn't like getting into the weeds of like, I don't know. So just stuff like that was really cool. It's been really good, and we have an Easter service tonight, so definitely been praying about that and just revival. Like this house has been super. The Spirit's been moving just in this house, and like just been, I don't know, just a lot of encouraging things, like people on like the football team coming to the house and just like having like a heart for the Lord, and like this dude's like he held a revival back in like Kentucky over spring break, and he like came to our house, and he's like just I don't know, just a lot of cool stuff. But just been seeing, I don't know, just the Lord's been moving, and he's gonna move tonight too. So, but that's kind of been that. Yeah, I didn't. I'm trying to think. What did I skip over anything? No, I didn't read anything, but got into the Word more than I did reading my book. So, but we can go into weight check.
Yeah. So I would say I'm like. So like I think my goal was 156. Like if I think I said go up like 1 pound, but like not go crazy, because like as I eat a little bit more, I'm gonna go up like a pound.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely like gotta try not to like overeat. Last 2 days I've weighed in at 156, like high 156, like 0.9, 0.7. But like days before that it was like 159, 158. So just watching it.
Yeah.
Trying not to go up too quick.
Little Weight Watchers.
I
I don't even know why I asked the question.
I think I'm gonna do
Go
like
ahead.
like nothing crazy, but like maybe a lean gain. Like I'll probably maintain for like a month or two, and then maybe go up like a pound or two a month. See if I can put on some muscle. Because I'm never actually like. I feel like every time I'm lifting weights, so like I'm trying to lose weight, and I feel like I want to see like if some muscle can be put on, like if I go up slowly and not like crazy.
Yeah, that's good. My fitness journey right now has been on like a halt. Everything's been on a halt, honestly. But I was gonna say I don't even know why I asked the question. For me, I should just skip asking the weight question because I ain't weighed in like still like.
Do you think
2
you don't
weeks
weigh
now.
in because you're like it's not gonna be good?
No, I just don't even think about it. Like I literally don't think about it. That and like today, like I had class at 9:30. Like I woke up and went to class. Like there was no
That's
thought
like a
of
late
like
class for me. I don't have a single my class. I have 8:15 and 9:20.
That's crazy.
On Tuesday, Thursday, 8:15.
That's crazy. But no, that's been it. Nothing really much to say about that. But I mean, no, I think that's good. For me, I'd feel small. I mean, everything just feels off right now. So, but our weekly challenge.
It was so rough. I'm not gonna lie.
This past week was getting under an hour and a half of screen time per day. So no, I'm just curious of how your time with this went.
Wait, so hold on. So Monday, Tuesday, I was right under an hour and 30.
Really?
Yes. But then Wednesday, 2 hours. Thursday, 4 hours and 51 minutes. Friday, 5 hours and 58 minutes. And then Saturday, 5 hours and 19 minutes. I have no clue what I was even doing. I think I just watched YouTube. Oh, I think it was because I was driving and I had like YouTube on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's rough.
Yeah,
Two. I got 2.
that was, I think for the first day I was like, so first day I actually forgot about it. I forgot about it and I was like, all right, I look at my screen time already. It was already at like an hour and like something minutes and I was like,
Did you
I'm
give up?
screwed. I'm so screwed. Because I've been texting people all week. I'm like texting people about like going to places. We had like our family group stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like on my phone left and right, cooked. So Monday was 5 hours on Monday. I just cooked. So and what the pattern I would see is like I'd be like, all right, I'm dialed in, and then I would check it at like 6 o'clock, and I'd be either right at it or over it. And I'd be like, screw it. Like, there's just not even a point in
Watching YouTube all night.
I was like, okay, so Tuesday was 4 hours and 30 minutes. I don't even know how these things added up. Wednesday was 3 hours and 44 minutes.
I think I had more screen time this week because of this. I think I was like, I already passed it, so I'm just gonna.
That's exactly how I felt. Thursday I was 4 hours and 16 minutes. Friday I was 2 hours and 42 minutes. So my lowest was 2 hours and 42. But on the week, my week was 4 hours and 30. Yeah, I literally had more screen time than the
I think
week
I
before.
like doubled mine, or like not doubled, but like added an hour.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was about to say I had 7 hours this Sunday, but I was on Maps for like an hour.
Mm.
But this was honestly one of the hardest. I knew an hour and a half. I knew.
But the thing is, like, I don't even think it was that hard. It's
What we need to revisit it.
yeah. I can imagine like over the summer doing that.
Over the summer, it'd be free, but like for me right now, like I'm texting people left and right, and the thing is, once you get on your phone, it's not the fact of like you're better off. I'll tell you one thing that I did. I've started using Siri a lot more. So Siri's been sending on my text, at least the ones that I know I'm gonna send. So I'm like, because like if you get on your phone to send a text, you're cooked because you're just gonna end up get on your phone like so and so whatever, but. Yeah, so that was kind of it. That was just difficult. It was difficult just because there's a lot of stuff going on. Summer, I think I could get that pretty not easy.
Mm.
I would definitely be like, because I found myself being like, all right, I'm gonna get off my phone. I'm just gonna not get on it.
Mm.
But then when I would check it and I'd be like over an hour and a half, I'd be like, you know what? Like I'm getting on this thing. I'm watching every bit of YouTube I can do. I'm watching every bit of whatever I want to do. So, yeah. So, we haven't picked out a weekly challenge for this next week.
Say we give us another.
We can run one. I like this one.
Wait, what? What do you like?
One TED Talk or motivational speech daily.
Okay, I like that. I say it has to be. Let's say TED Talk.
One TED Talk daily.
Yeah, because motivational speech, there's no telling what I find.
Yeah. Okay. One TED Talk daily. So we just went from decreasing our screen time to increasing it inadvertently. So.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. So this weekend's my race. My goal for this weekend.
Are you gonna be home for Easter Sunday?
Yes, I'll be home Sunday for Easter.
Maybe we do a little film if we have time. Well, actually, I don't even know if I have time. Do you have Monday off?
Mm-mm. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So
We'll see.
that's kind of what's looking like.
We're
But
gonna
anyway,
see some lifts from you this week.
yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah. Goal for the 4K. No, for the 4 miler is
what is your goal?
I think in between 8 and 9 is just where I'm at.
I think.
But I definitely see
an
it
animal's
being.
gonna come out of you.
I think I'm gonna see a finish line and I'm gonna be like, I need to run as fast as I can, type thing.
Yeah, I think you're gonna peak hard in the races. Like I could see a 8-minute pace.
So we're gonna see. We'll have some footage, but anyway, I got a group project thing I need to get to, but we've got a race day video from Noah coming out. I'm gonna try to take some race day footage.
I'll try to do some stuff over the Easter weekend. Get some podcasts out.
No, we're catching up. We're getting a little break, and we're coming up on summer. So big things coming. But at the end of the day, we're trying to stay steady, not move too fast, but still push forward. So, Noah, if you've got anything else to say,
I do not.
y'all, it's been a pleasure. Hope you'll have a blessed day. If you haven't gotten the word, now's your time. Y'all stay steady.
All right, stay safe.